Hey everybody, Daniel Fusco here, and welcome to today's 2-minute message. For many of us, we look at problems in the world, situations in our own life, and we say, man, it is impossible. We cannot ever get that thing done. And there's a principle that I heard, and it comes from the Bible, but it was translated and spoken of by Teresa of Calcutta, who we normally call Mother Teresa, where she said something very simple. She said, if you want to feed 100 people, start with just one. And really, the Bible principle is simply saying, don't despise the days of small beginnings. And so much of life can be missed out on when something seems so big and we never start because we can't figure out how to take the first step. I remember many years ago, in the midst of stress and life, I had gained a lot of weight. And I remember I'm like, man, I need to lose a bunch of weight. And I remember just feeling like this is never going to happen. I got to lose 30 pounds. And I remember I was talking to a buddy of mine, my good friend Johnny Chine. He said, man, don't worry about all 30. Just start with one. What decision do you have to do today? And it was so freeing because all of a sudden they were like, nah, I could never lose 30 pounds. It's like, no, just start with 1 pound. In the same way, I could never feed 100 people. Where am I going to get the resource? Well, start with just one. And in life, what we have a tendency to do is we despise the days of small beginnings. Right? And for each one of us, the steps that God wants us to take in our life, that He's inviting us into, the ways He wants to use us, it just begins with us, rather than focusing on the big thing, just start small. And don't be ashamed by starting small. This is just where you are. And I believe that if we are faithful in the little things, the Bible says God will give us greater things. Now, we don't want to be faithful in the little things for the greater things. We learn faithfulness right where we are so we can take those steps. And what I found was that by just focusing on losing 1 pound, I ended up losing the weight, right? And in each thing, break it down into something more manageable. And again, Teresa of Calcutta, you want to feed 100 people? Start with just one. And if we take that small step, God meets us on that step of faith. He empowers us by His Spirit, and He encourages us to keep on going. So this is what I do. I want you to share this video. And in the comment section, what is the small step of faith you're going to take today to get you on the journey that God is inviting you into so that He can do the things that He wants to do in your life? And we're going to be able to celebrate that together. And God bless you today.